Hello, happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me for another Saints and Angels Oracle deck reading for our week to come. It is Friday, June 6th, and today is our first Friday for June. So not only will I be, there goes my light, classic. Not only will I be pulling our weekly Saints and Angels Oracle card, but also I will pull a month from my traditional tarot, my Aquarian deck. So thanks so much for joining. If you're brand new, thank you for clicking on my video and checking out my channel. I do these readings every Friday via Telegram and then mirror them over to YouTube and BitChute. So if you're interested in spiritual divination, welcome. Thanks for joining. Do things a little differently than others. But that's what we're here for, right? To express things in our own way. So thanks for joining. If you're not new, thank you so much for returning. I really appreciate everybody who comes to see my videos every Friday and who looks forward to these as much as I do, because this really has become such a vital part of my my life, you know, these Friday rituals. So thanks for being a part of them, and let's see what we've got in store for us this week, right? Or well, this month in general. So I think I'll just get down to business this morning. And we'll do a little bit of a moment of grounding here to become a gracious audience, as I like to say, just to give fertile ground and prepare ourselves to actually receive the messages, so that not only do we hear and see the card right now and get these initial imprints and impressions from what the cards are saying to us, but also that when we take a moment to really settle down, relax, meditate a moment, calm ourselves, and before we hear things, they permeate down into us, and in ways that we don't expect later in the week or whenever, even later in your day maybe, it pops up in more integrated ways that are unique to you, that you didn't first get at that first impression. So in honor of not rushing ourselves and taking our time, let's take a moment to get comfortable and practice some listening firsthand before we truly listen, right? So I'm going to close my eyes and lead us through just a grounding meditation. This isn't hypnosis or anything extended, so don't feel like if you're doing something else that you can't continue to listen. You certainly could drive or do whatever that you're doing. The point is to become more conscientious in what you're doing while you listen to the lead, and to become more conscious of your body, maybe more observant of what's around you even. But for those of us who can, we will close down our eyes, relax our gaze, and drop in to the present with less distractions, which is why we close our eyes, of course, right? So closing down the eyes, get comfortable in your chair or your seat. Take a moment to give yourself whatever you need. Get rid of get the wiggles out, get rid of the stagnant energies with a breath or two. And as we collectively quiet down, I will ask us to deepen the breath. In whatever way feels right to you. Dropping into the moment. Listening to the soundtrack of your breath. Take a moment now to notice the sounds around you, perhaps the quiet sounds in my background can lend a helping hand. The rain, the birds, Take stock and note of what you hear in your own mind. Let that quiet peace be led by the steady barometer of your breath. And simply notice, observe, or feel the unique place and space that you are in. Take a moment, whether it's with your eyes open or behind your closed eyes, to take in that space. Take it inwards and dive into the universe of you. In that inward space, letting the breath bring in peace, the quiet flux and flow, the give and take, the in and out. The breath and lungs move you, and yet we are residing in stillness. Peace can fill you up. Energy, love, and light spreading through the whole body. Feel it permeating to fingers and toes, to the crown of your head, to the tip of your nose, the back of your neck and shoulders, all the way to the soles of your feet. Feel that great energy, the pulsations and sensations of your circulation, of your respiration. The thoughts, energetic impulses coursing through you. All these things, they are so subtle, and yet can become so apparent, so all-encompassing when we slow down, find stillness, and choose to listen, for really hearing, for truly observing, for honestly feeling all that is happening. Not trying to change or improve, not trying to slow down or regulate. Instead, just witnessing how gentle, natural, organic speed is already there. Just like the guiding, gentle, graceful cycles of your breath are already there. They know already exactly the breath you need. Take a moment to ground in gratitude for this beautiful knowing of your mind, of your body, of your spirit. Take a moment to give thanks in each unique way that you could to your body, to your mind, to your spirit. Perhaps you'd like to bring your hands together in prayer or at your heart, or maybe just feel them more firmly in your lap or on your knees. Give thanks for this time, for opening up your antennas in receivership, for listening in this all-encompassing, multi-dimensional way. We'll wiggle our fingers and toes and get ready to come back to our present moment, to our bodies and now space as I ring my bowl. Celebratory jingle there on the final third. Okay, so now that we are ready, let's have the tarot deck first and take them out. Offer them their own welcome and thank you. We ask if you could offer us here on June 6, 2025, a beautiful message for this month, for us to lean into individually or collectively. We thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoops. Oh, I will not, because that just flopped right out and I'm not going to argue with it. Judgment. Wow. Wow. Card number 20, Judgment. A reckoning, trumpets, dawn rising, storm clearing, harvest time, the reckonings, the work paying for itself, things coming to fruition as they were. You know, this is the thing about judgment, is also that the work has already been done, and so it speaks for itself. And it's also not time for excuses or contingencies or biases or, you know, certain reasons. I did this because of that, I did that because of that, excuses, so to say, right? This is, you know, going to be a month and time for cut and dry and assessing things for the way that they are appearing, the way that they showcase themselves, and the honest presentation of whatever the polarity is, whatever the service is. Is it negative? Is it positive? The way things show themselves this month are meant to be seen as they are seen, and as they show themselves, they are being calling forth the accountability that they want to be judged. And that goes for externals, that goes for internal. This is a myriad of workings, of course, and it will be nuanced and unique to each one of us, the way that it develops and plays out over the month. Wow, what a reckoning. For a fiery month, the 6th month as well. Wonderful. Okay, let's get into Saints and Angels and see what our wonderful Saints and Angels would like to put as a cherry on top for our direct week here to come. We thank you so much, our beautiful Saints and Angels, Ascended Masters, our ancestors, God, Source, Mother Earth, all of those beings who witness and experience our beautiful journey here, those with benevolence in their hearts. We thank you so much for your support, for your energy, for your observation and love. And we ask if you could offer through these beautiful cards a point of support or guidance, something that we could anchor into or use as a guiding light in this week here, this second week of June, but our first week under our beautiful theme of judgment here, June 6th. We thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I'll shuffle up my deck here. We'll see what our wonderful saints and angels have to say. Hands are a little sweaty. Might take it down and do a knock and cut just to see. Okay, can't argue with it. We found it. You have found it. What you find is what is meant to be found, right? Seek and you will find. You know, it's sort of cliche, but not really. It's so much truer that it cannot be cliche. You know, it's really how we choose to look at something. If we want to just look at it superficially, then things get cliche. But there's always such depth and to dive into. There's the body of the iceberg underneath that we can really use to hearken into and know that what finds us, what we find, is finding us. And that we are, you know, really in a place and in a space of time that is going to be things paying off, things coming to light, things as they are, meant to be seen as they are. St. Anthony, I was just thinking of him the other day. Let's read. You found it. If I could find the page. Here we go, 95. This is a message about finding something of great value, such as your path in life or a lost item. St. Anthony asks you to have faith that you've found or will soon find that which you're looking for. The situation you're inquiring about is what you've been seeking. Congratulations, you've found your way. Both St. Anthony and Archangel Chamuel can help you locate lost items. Said that kind of weird. Call upon them both either silently or aloud and ask them to help you. Then pay attention to your inner guidance, such as gut feelings, visions, or thoughts. Follow this wisdom and you'll find the item. Trust in the miracles of heaven's helpers retrieving the item for you. Remember that nothing is lost in the mind of God. And if for some reason it doesn't immediately return, hold faith that it will come back to you in divine timing. I really just absolutely love the words here and the memory and the remembrance that I tend to go through this when I lose things. And I just yesterday lost rings of mine that are very special to me. So, you know, I'm very grateful to have this message come to me now. Yet I haven't found them, but I know if I do, and when I do find them, it will be the right time. It's remarkable the way that things go astray, and then I stumble upon them later, and where I find them at has something deeply resonant to that moment as well. So, and sometimes we lose things and we never find them again, but the knowing that the co-creative effort out here of others out there, some other has found that in that spot, and perhaps it's something that, even though what you feel you've lost could be something that's very valuable to you, very sentimental, something that's almost irreplaceable even, or only has a unique value to you, someone might find it and not even think that it's that valuable or that special. You never know, and it could be, and it might be something that is so uniquely special to them in the way that they find the thing, that, you know, it's a unique blessing in its own. So it's God working through you in this very external way, or infinite intelligence, source, creation, playing chess, sort of, in this very unknown, unbeknownst sort of way to us here when we live in our living life. But when we accept and hone in and ground into the fact that we are these vessels, we are instruments of service, we do live in a co-creative third party sort of reality with lots of others and exchanges here, and that others are a great reflection of Source God, just like we are. And by losing that item that was special to you and this other stranger out there you may never even know about gaining it, there's still a gain in here. There is a etheric understanding within the coursing of infinite intelligence that connects us all, that still has this sort of XP point gained, I feel. And that, in these other ways, in are seemingly disconnected ways, we really are connected, and there really is reverberations, the different ways that will come back to you, for receivership, for thanks, for gratitude, in whatever those things were that were lost, right? You might find something in a new way, or something better than what you thought lost comes in because of that. You just never know. But staying open to it and staying in faith and knowing that all things do happen for a reason gets us away from, the anxiety, the fear, the guilt and shame, all these lack things that can really come in when we lose things, or when we're not finding what we think we're supposed to find, or anything like that. So yeah, remember that the undertone of judgment is in the works, and that all that we've been doing so far is paying off, and to be prepared for that. And also to know that, you're finding what's yours here this week, and in this very week to come. So thanks so much for joining me. I guess I'll leave it here for now. I'm in a bit of dot connecting space of mind for my own self with my own personal synchronicities that I'll take a few moments probably to do some meditation on that after I close out here. So thank you so much. If you're feeling wonderful impressions like I am, I hope that you'll also take a few moments, quiet solitude, to let things permeate down in, let that rain soak in between the cracked pavement, right? Let it get into the depths of you, and water those seeds and roots down there that are in there. I'd love to hear anything about blossoms blooming. Send me messages, leave comments for others. If you'd like to share and have others, it's always nice for strangers and for online activity, organic, alive, activated intelligence, for us to see others commenting and interacting in the dead space of the internet, So if you feel called to leave messages via comments, please do that. But you could always send me personal messages on Telegram or emails. My email's always in the description. If you are finding me on YouTube or BitChute and you'd like to send me a message and you don't use Telegram, you can certainly send me an email. So thanks for joining me this week. I hope you have a lovely weekend wherever in the world you are, whenever you're watching this, even if it isn't near the weekend. I hope you have a lovely day or evening. Thank you for your beautiful contribution to our collective. We certainly wouldn't be the same. We couldn't be the same without you or without me. Thank myself for my contributions as well. Thank you for witnessing my journey and for being a part of my service to the collective and my life in general. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.